Before we get started with the video, I just want to give a big thank you to Sean for your very generous donation. I very much appreciate it. It really does help the channel. And also, I want to thank you to all of my channel members. You guys really help me keep me on this platform and keep me going. It really does help me out. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best life possible. Bye.
We have nobody in Washington that sits back and said, you're not going to raise that price. You understand me?
Hey, what's up? This your boy David Lucas, and I'm down here in Miami, and I'm going to be on South Beach doing street talk. Do y'all think Joe Biden is doing a good job, or do y'all miss Trump?
Hell no, I don't miss neither one of them motherfuckers.
Okay,
they ain't doing shit.
So,
Neither one.
I just want to say this. They all for themselves. And I know this is finna get out in the world, but I just want to say this. I feel like when Trump was president, I had a few more dollars in my pocket.
Everybody did.
Then I do. When Biden,
Everybody
now that Biden, I feel like when Trump was in office, I had a few more dollars, baby. I ain't
I'm
gonna
just kind of like the world evolves. I'm going to go with it. I don't trust nobody. At the end of the day, I just praise God that I can pay for whatever it is, whether whoever is in office.
Biden
don't.
Stop it there. All right, guys. So welcome to Speak Freely, where we celebrate the freedom of speech. I'm your girl Mika, and we're going to be reacting, or we are reacting to, I think, David Lucas. He's a YouTuber here who do street interviews pretty much about controversial topics, maybe politics, maybe what's going on in the culture or in the news today, asking the citizens what they think. And this one, I think, is titled "The Streets Miss Trump." And so he's asking about Biden, or asking if they miss Trump or not, and they're speaking their minds. All right, so we're gonna get back into it.
I just don't trust nobody.
Biden, I feel like he want to keep poor people poor. He want to keep them poor. He want to say
showing us how to get
the
the
black
bag.
vote and all this shit.
Business. He's all business.
Trump,
I'm
listen,
all
they can
for
say what they
that.
want to
I'm
say
all
about
for
Trump.
business.
I don't agree with a lot of shit about Trump, but he know how to get that paper, man.
You know how to get the bread, and that's, I feel like that's like emotions to the side.
Put this shit to the side.
At the end of the
At the
day,
end of the day-
how does America run? We cannot.
It's a business.
We
It's a
cannot pay
business.
rent on love.
Absolutely. Love ain't never
And
gonna
guess
be
what? I
enough.
can't pay rent
Love
being poor.
ain't never gonna be
You
enough.
come up with
I
a whole
can't pay rent
budget
being
to
poor
give
either.
Ukraine for for what they got going on, but you got people over here in the United States that's going
Yup.
through a whole bunch of shit that you ain't even trying to help them with. But you can help a whole nother country for billions of dollars.
Right.
That's not okay.
That's not okay.
That's not okay. That is not okay. But then you hindering people with student loans and things like that so that they can't get the quote, what American dream or whatever it's supposed to be.
All right, kudos to this woman for actually paying attention to what's going on, because a lot of people don't know what's going on with the Ukraine and Russian thing, and that we sent a whole truckload of money over there where people in America are still struggling. When it comes down to it, the people care about money. People care about being able to pay their rent and feed their kids and invest themselves in their lives, creating generational wealth, having a savings, having enough money if they're sick or if they get fired, not being evicted, not being kicked out in the streets, being able to put gas in their car. So the top thing that people find relevant or important, or what they're concerned about when it comes to going to the voting booth, usually is the economy. That's usually the biggest thing, and then everything else sort of falls underneath that. It's really funny to me how the left or Democrats are highly focused on things like diversity and gender, and the thing that happened in Washington when people LARPed into a Washington building. I can't talk about it because YouTube says you can't talk about it. That's the thing they're hyper focused on, but that's not the thing that the citizens are hyper focused on. They're hyper focused on the economy, and people can feel like they had more money or not. I'm not a giant Trump supporter, but I'm definitely know that the mainstream media completely smeared his name unnecessarily so, and had a huge bias, and just simply because he was a Republican and a conservative. If Trump ran as a liberal, it would have been a completely different story going on. And I'm also not blind to the fact that Biden is completely incompetent and just old and sad. And so people aren't blind to that. And people, I think what the news media didn't take into consideration, people have short memories. They do. And they could have spent 4 years hating on Trump. Give them a year or so, they forgot how much they hated him. And all they know is that they can't put gas in their car anymore. And all they remember is hey, 2 years ago I could put gas in my car. What happened? So that's the thing they're going to be focused on. But anyway, I've been rambling on too much. Let's continue.
wherever it's supposed to be.
I live in LA.
I'm not okay with living in LA.
At one point, gas was $7.
Baby, I seen it on the
And
news.
I drive a sports car. So it was like 130 to fill my car up. Do you miss Trump, or do you think that Joe Biden is doing a great job?
Honestly, we miss Trump.
Trump, that's the real question. That's the real answer. Everybody misses Trump, dog. We are feeling it in our pockets. You want to talk about economics, you want to talk about the morale of the country. Everybody. Overseas is out of control because Trump is not here right now, and these people in South Beach agree with me. It might not really affect y'all too much in Canada, but you see it on the news. Do you think that the United States misses Donald Trump, or do you think Joe Biden is doing a good job?
I think Joe Biden is doing a better job.
Really?
Yeah, because he's more diplomatic with his talk, and Donald Trump wants to have war with other countries instead of Joe Biden, who creates bounds between those countries. So I think Joe Biden, for the peace, it's a really good move.
I think Joe Biden, I like the way he treat the thing with Russia. So I didn't like the way Trump was friendly with Putin, because I never liked him, and I really like how he treat that and how he helped Ukraine.
I mean, I think that, you know, during Trump's 4 years, he kind of flexed his muscle, which the United States does a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were founded on, you know, being like barbaric. That's how the country was taken back. So I feel like, as far as him flexing and not being scared to use the military, it kept a lot of conflicts at bay. I think, you know, people said that, you know, Joe Biden is so soft and more peaceful, and I feel like in the world, people take advantage of that. You know, think about all the nice people you know that get taken advantage of.
Would you think there would be war if it was still Trump?
No.
No?
I think people are terrified of him. I think they're like, you don't mess with a bully.
That's a good point.
Terror just brings terror. Peace brings peace. So I think Donald Trump doesn't have the right approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you want to have peace, you need to prepare for war. That's just the way it is. But I think there's like a middle ground between both.
Yeah, I feel that. I didn't argue too much with them because I didn't know what the hell they were saying. Damn, bro, it was like watching that. It was like watching Peppa the Pig.
Okay, obviously those people are from the French area of Canada, Montreal maybe. She's sweet to say peace brings peace, and in some cases that's true. You know what I mean? If you walk around being chaotic and being a mess and yelling at everybody and being aggressive, then you can't be surprised when you're met with that same energy. But as a country, you have to be strong. That doesn't mean you should be a bully. That doesn't mean you should be a tyrant. That doesn't mean you should be, you know, terrorizing other countries. But you have to have a strong front. If I feel like with Biden, anybody would want to attack America right now, because Biden is barely awake, and he barely is aware of what's going on around him. And I know that's a bit biased and a bit slanted, but we all know it's true. Anyway, Donald Trump didn't have a very presidential, diplomatic way of speaking. That is true. He had a very crude way of talking, and that could be problematic. I don't think Trump was friends with Putin or friendly with Putin. I think Trump realizes that Russia has powers, and you want to keep your friends close but your enemies closer type of thing, where, I mean, Biden literally has dealings with Ukraine. Like, that in itself is corrupt, but no one seems to care about that. But anyway, let's continue.
Do y'all miss Trump, or do y'all feel like Joe Biden is doing a good job?
Well, I don't miss Trump, but I think Biden gotta go, man. Yeah, he's gotta go.
Why don't you miss Trump? You didn't.
Trump was good president. I ain't saying he wasn't. They didn't give him the opportunity to be a good president because they was always attacking him. But I think he did a good job.
I miss those stimuluses.
Yeah. I think they didn't give him a break, man. They were after him since the beginning. So,
I don't. Yeah.
They didn't give him the opportunity to be, you know,
they didn't give him
the best president. But he was a good president.
He had to constantly be on the defense.
Yes.
So it's like he didn't have an opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's like when you constantly have to be on the defense, you're going to be looked at as an asshole.
Yeah. Most of the time it's fighting battles.
Yeah, absolutely. He had it from both sides.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Trump had it from the Republican side and the Democratic side.
Both sides, yeah. They just didn't want him in there, that's all. You know, he cleaned the house, so that's all I gotta say.
Stopping it there. I agree. I don't think that they gave him a chance to actually do more than he could have. When you're constantly have your back against the wall or you're cornered, when you constantly feel like you're attacked, you know, like 100% that the media is definitely not on your side and are going to take anything you say and skew it. I can see why someone is like going to just, you know, constantly. He's not going to be the nicest to the media because the media is not nicest to him. However, he could have handled himself better. He could have said things better. And sometimes he did it to himself by the things he said. He put his own foot in his mouth. But I agree with that guy said. And I think people are curious about if he got another 4 years without the fear of having to be reelected, then maybe he would have done more. But Trump also made a lot of mistakes with the people he put in his cabinet, with the people he put in his team, and the people he trusted. So he made mistakes, but at the same time, he wasn't really given a lot of breathing room, especially when people keep saying, like, Donald Trump was a dictator. It's like, he barely got a lot of the stuff he said he was going to get done. Like, he did get stuff done. In my opinion, he was a good president. He wasn't amazing and fantastic, but he was a good president. However, if he was a dictator, the wall would have been completed before he was out of the office. So, like, I don't know what people's definition of dictator is, but if he was, like, he would have done a lot more. But yeah, so I agree with that. But anyway, let's continue.
Do y'all think Joe Biden is doing a good job, or do you miss Donald Trump?
I picked the wrong president. I would definitely agree. I want Donald Trump back.
Yeah. Absolutely, right? Absolutely, man. Joe Biden ain't did shit.
So you voted for him? You said
I
you
did. I picked the wrong president.
Yeah. It's okay to admit that.
I'll admit fault. I will. I'll admit fault.
I feel like this. As far as people that, you know, were like anti-Trump when coming up to the 2020 election, I feel like it had a lot to do with the media propaganda.
100%. If he would have stayed off of Twitter and off of social media, I promise he'd have been one of the most loved presidents.
Yeah, and then, you know, the news had everybody so emotionally charged. So they're like, no. Everybody, it was like people didn't even go to see what Joe Biden was about or what he was doing. They were like, we got to get Trump out. They started that whole movement, and then we got this clown in.
I agree, and like he said it before, like one of the women said it that he was interviewing, that people were just so emotional and people were running off emotions. People cared more about what Trump said or if he was mean or how he made them feel, and less about his actual policies and what he was getting done. It was the same thing with Biden. People care more about what he said and how he made them feel than his actual policies and what he could or could not get done. And I think people who think Biden is bringing peace or calmness, I think those are the type of people who just wanted to go back to sleep, like politically, right? Like, I just want to go back where I don't care, when I'm not, my day isn't being interrupted by tweets or, you know, headlines and stuff like that. I think those are the people that's like, I just want to go back to sleep. I just want to go back to being a Walking Dead NPC that's not really thinking about what's going on. You know what I mean? Where Trump made you pay attention because of the media, really. But like that girl said, if he just stayed off of Twitter, I don't think Trump needs to stay off of Twitter. But again, Trump didn't make it any easier on himself by the things that he tweeted and by the things that he said. Like, for me and for probably you probably just thought a lot of things he said was funny or a giant meme. But he sometimes he did it to himself. Like let's be honest. But anyway, let's continue.
Do you feel that Joe Biden is doing a good job, or do you miss Donald Trump?
I don't know.
How you don't know?
No, I don't know. No.
What you don't know?
Joe Biden is good, but
you don't miss Trump?
No. I don't know. Sorry.
All right. Do you think Joe Biden is doing a great job, or do you miss Trump?
That's a loaded question, man. Golly, fuck both of them.
I mean, you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trump.
Did you not have more money when
Trump made the bags come through? I'm not even gonna lie. Trump dumped it on us.
Honestly,
that's what happened.
America is a business.
Yeah.
Money is really the only thing I care about.
That's all it is. So when it came to Trump, when it comes to Trump, he's a businessman. So I think that's what it was. And I mean, for any entrepreneurs, any business people, I know they came up during his term. I already know, because we did.
Right. Came up, bro. I feel like as a business, Americans need money.
But I'm not a fan. Definitely not a fan of his. I'm gonna just sit here and say that.
You're just a fan of the benefits.
I'm just a fan of the benefits, man.
I mean, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that.
Fan of the benefits.
All right, I was bopping to the music in the background. You don't have to love Trump. That's the thing. Like, I'm so sick of this black and white fucking worldview that a lot of people have from the left and the right. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, if you say Trump wasn't so bad, oh, you're a raging Trump supporter. Ah! Like, no, you don't have to be a fan of Trump to say some of his policies helped. It's really not that fucking big of a deal. And should money be the most important thing to you or the only thing you care about? No, it shouldn't be, but for a lot of people it's the top, because unfortunately money runs this world. Like, you can't eat without it. Like you said, you can't just go to the store and it's like, I have love, can you please give me food? Like, it just doesn't happen like that until one day, you know, the giant meteor hits the world and we go back to living in the gardens. That's just the way it is. But anyway, let's continue.
Do you think Joe Biden is doing a good job running the country, or do you miss Trump?
Okay, listen, I would lie if I said I missed any one of them, all right? And if I said that. But I will say this. I think we're in a position in America where all this shit need to be fixed, you feel me? But it's life, you know what I'm saying? It's good, it's bad, it's ugly. You gotta live with it, deal with it. You know, I don't know, I'm not really a big political guy, but
my boy say he's adaptable. It don't matter who president.
You gotta be adaptable.
He said no matter who president, he's gonna adapt to the situation at hand.
Yes,
do you feel like you had more money or you made more money when Trump was president?
I was a college student, bro. I was a college student, so I was getting involved in that type of, you know what I'm saying, activity and learning more about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of playing the playground, looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't really feel it too much. What?
Nah, I ain't really feeling that.
Because broke in college is different. Like, you broke, but with the camaraderie, like, you gonna always eat.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. And I did get that stimulus though, so I mean, you feel me? I don't know who
got the good stimmy.
who had dealings with that one, but I got that stimulus.
Speaking of stimulus, I know a lot of my conservatives and Republicans hated the whole stimulus thing because they were like, we're gonna have to pay it back one way or another. However, what happened to that $2,000 stimulus check? Biden, he literally ran off of that and it never happened. But, you know, and also student loans and forgiveness, and that never happened. But let's continue.
Do you miss Trump, or do you think Joe Biden's doing a great job?
Yeah. Hell no. Hell no.
Right? Yeah.
He ain't doing enough. Do enough, Joe.
Right. Do enough, Joe. Sleepy Joe, what are you doing?
What stuff? These ain't doing enough.
These girls in Memphis not messing with you right now. We're gonna mess around and bring Trump back 2024, dog.
Better know it. Yep. Do enough, Joe.
Alright guys, that was fun. That was a fun little thing to react to. So from what I hear, Joe Biden is going to rerun. Like, why? Enjoy your fucking retirement. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. Have Trump actually announced this yet? Because I feel like that's just a running narrative right now, that Trump is going to run again. I think with these trials that's going on, they're really, really trying to find something un-Trump so it would prevent him from running again. That's why they are trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. But anyway, and I think a lot of people are also looking at DeSantis. I don't think DeSantis has announced that he was running. I could be wrong about that. I would like, again, I've already said my Super Bowl picks right now for at least the race part, so I can just see the debates, because I think the debates will be so juicy and fun, will be Trump, DeSantis, Tulsi Gabbard, Kanye West, and Candace Owens. Because I think those debates will be so fucking entertaining, because every person I just pointed out is not scared to go for the gut. Like, they're not scared to go below the belt. They're not scared to call out people, call out all your baggage, all your past shit. They play dirty. They come out with the gloves. So I want to see those debates. I mean, Kanye West might just go off on a rant about love or whatever, but you know what? I still want to see the ramble. Tell me guys, what do you think? What are your Super Bowl picks for the next presidential election? How do you think things gonna go? Do you think Joe Biden is really gonna run again? Do you miss Trump, or can you live without him? Are you hoping that maybe DeSantis or Tulsi Gabbard or Bernie Sanders runs and wins the presidential election? Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get the notification when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can donate My PayPal and Cash App link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below and links to all of the alternate platforms I'm on, my socials, including my Twitter, all the ways to support me, and all the ways to contact me for business is always in the links down below. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle. I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below and also in the comment section, hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date, and I also have my other channel, Mika Reacts Reviews. I forgot what channel this video was gonna go on, but anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Bye.